Hello, internet friend. So I've just gotten into the hobby of painting fantasy miniatures, but I'm not new to fantasy miniatures. For instance, I got this guy for my, I want to say like 15th birthday maybe. Never got around to painting him, and in the years since I got him, I've lost one of his wings. This, by the way, is a Vrock. It came from the, I believe it was the Planescape setting, made by Roll Partha. And I've always thought he was a cool character. Vrocks are, I believe, a Type 4 demon. It's another name for him. Very cool. Just kind of Grim Reaper, Vulture-looking dudes. But unfortunately, over the years, moving and, you know, being a stupid kid, lost his wing. Lost one of his wings. Still have the tail, but missing one of his wings. But I'm in luck, because I believe the sculptor made one wing, just so he didn't have to sculpt all these feather details. So he made one wing, and then made it so he could, obviously made a copy of it, and then made it so he could glue it. You could basically glue it on either side. Because either way, it's gonna work. So my point is, if I want to fix this guy, see, looks fine either way. So as I was saying, if I want to fix this guy so I can eventually paint him, I'm gonna need to make a copy of this wing. How am I gonna do that? With some of this blue stuff right here and some of this green stuff right here. Never done this before. You're gonna watch me make mistakes and get messy on camera for your enjoyment. And then by the end of it, you will know what the process is like, and you'll be ahead of me at this point in the video when you go to do this yourself. Isn't that great? I'm making all the mistakes so you don't have to. Alright, let's get started on this. First thing we gotta do is get some warm water for these. Okay, here we go. So, this is a mug of, or a little mason jar of water. You can kind of see it steaming. It was in the microwave for about 2 minutes. Didn't say it had to be boiling, it just said it had to be hot in the instructions. And this stuff, I believe I referred to it as blue stuff. That is not just a cute name because it is blue. That is literally what it's called. So if you want to order some of your own, get some blue stuff. This is going to be the substance we're going to use to make a mold of this wing. So here we go. I'm going to cut this up into smaller pieces. It does not want to cooperate with me. Meanwhile, the water's getting cold. At least this stuff's durable. Didn't say that much for it. It'll be a nice durable mold. Put that in there. That's good for now. It's sticking to itself. Hopefully that's a good sign. Okay. That's about 3 minutes. Now we take it out and dry it. And this stuff is, ooh, it's like chewing gum. It's the consistency of chewing gum right now. I'm gonna try to get all the water off of here. I may have waited too long to do anything with this, but here we go. I waited too long to do anything with it. The good news is, just heat it up again. So, I waited too long. Gotta work fast with this stuff, apparently. Here we go again. No talking. Just doing. Just do it. Do it, do it, do it. And putting these pits in helps it, I guess it's, if I ever want to reuse it, which I probably won't ever want to reuse it, but whatever. Okay, so that's in there. Now we gotta let that harden a little bit, and then we'll make the other side. Okay. This one I tried not... No talking, all squishing. And apparently it doesn't stick to itself when it's cooled off, so... And there we go. We let that harden. You can see it encased in there like it's encased in ice. Here's the hot side, here's the cold side. And once that hardens, it'll be a nice mold. Alright, we're back. We gave it plenty of time to harden. I actually redid it off camera, but just for future reference, just do it fast. Don't talk about what you're doing, just do it quickly. So that way it hardens nice and flat instead of giving you a lot of trouble. So we're gonna peel this apart. Oh goody. It's gonna give me trouble peeling it apart. Okay. Yep. That seems about right. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Got a good seal. Good seal. This stuff is hard as a rock. I let it cool for much longer than the needed time. And as you can see, there it is. Wow, okay. And before, when I talked about these little divots that I was poking in it, that is not to reuse it, that is to help line it up. So you make sure you're making a nice good copy of it. So the next step is this stuff. So blue stuff, this stuff's called green stuff. So if you're looking for this stuff to purchase on your own, blue stuff is the mold making stuff. Green stuff is, it's an epoxy. Now, there's some fun chemical reactions going on that are quite fascinating. A scientist would probably be able to explain them to you. I am not a scientist. But those chemical reactions require you to wear some gloves while you handle this. And also, I just happen to have that water still around. You should wet your fingers while you're working with it, so I'm told. So we're gonna get some out. First we're gonna put on some gloves. Safety first, last, and always. Alright. Now, it shouldn't take a lot of this because this is a very thin wing. Is this protected by some plastic? Ooh. Don't need a lot. That should definitely be enough. And this stuff is just like sticky tack or silly putty in consistency. You just combine it together until it's green. hence the name, green stuff. You have about 40 minutes or so before it hardens. Mix that epoxy. Oh, you know, I forgot to get my fingers wet. Yeah, that helps. It's not sticking to me as much. There we go. Yeah, okay, yeah. That actually softens it up too. Good, good, good. Okay. And this stuff, you can actually like sculpt with it. You can repair your miniatures with it. You know, stick it down in the seams and the cracks of the miniature to hide the lines, seams, all that good stuff. I think this is just about done. It seems to shrink down a little bit. Okay, hopefully I didn't talk too much. Gonna get this into the kind of the rough shape and thickness. And just get it down into this mold. Now we put this part on. You can see it kind of pushes some of it out the sides. Not too worried about that. I can cut that stuff off. Maybe I... And since this stuff is translucent, you can kind of see if it's getting in the mold or not. Squish. There we go. Alright. I'm going to give that a chance to harden. Putting something heavy on top of it. And we'll see how it turns out. Fingers crossed. They say this stuff takes about 24 hours to dry completely, so I went ahead and waited that long. So let's open this up and see what we got. Now, it should be like a nice hardened piece of plastic. It's not the most... it doesn't feel like the most secure, like the hardest plastic in the world, so I'm gonna have to be very careful taking this extra stuff off. So I think I'm gonna use an X-Acto knife. Alright, so it's kind of flimsy and rubbery. I was expecting it to be more, you know, harder. Maybe I was thinking more like a resin or something. I didn't expect it to just stay rubbery like this. But it should work for what I'm using it for. I don't know, maybe I should let this thing maybe sealed inside the mold? It doesn't harden? I'm just not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up some more and let it sit maybe for another day or so, and I guess see what it looks like then. But yeah, it being rubbery, it's going to be kind of hard to paint. Alright, so I gave this plenty of time to harden, and I think it's pretty hard. It's still kind of rubbery, but it's not as rubbery, so I think we're good. I'm going to go ahead and glue them onto this, this big boy here. Of course, I've sanded this down as much as I think is necessary If I sand it too much, I think I'm just going to end up getting rid of a lot of the details. It's stuck in there. Okay. Oh, there it is. After years of having this guy, I finally am going to be painting him. Looks very cool. I've already cleaned him up, sand off some of the seams and everything. Now I'm going to be painting this beautiful Vrock. Alright, so now I know what you're thinking, because I thought it too. Can I use this technique to make bits to save myself some money on wargaming? And the answer is yes, question mark. I made this orc head here, and I don't think I'm gonna use this. I don't think anyone would want to use that. It's just huge seam on it and everything. I don't know. So I'm gonna get this guy painted up. Alright, so I got this guy all base coated up, looking cool. Nice cool blue. And I think the skin is actually going to be, I'm going to try to keep it that same kind of blue color, and then the feathers themselves are going to be purple. I think that's kind of the color scheme of this guy. If not, that's how I'm going to color him. And then for like his nails and his beak and stuff, I'll probably go with the kind of darker grayish color, maybe a green. We'll see. And then obviously I want to do his scythe in a sort of silver color, so I'm going to get going on that and see what it looks like. Get all up in that turkey butt. Look at that. Say what? Turkey butt. Tell me what? I said turkey butt. Oh, I'm recording. Ugh. Alright, so I finished him up. He looks really good. So after like something like 20 years of this guy just sitting in a box, finally painted him up. It really brings him to life, you know? Just having that color on there. I think I chose really good colors. It's very similar to I think the 3rd edition artwork for Vrocks. But yeah, a little green stuff and a little paint, and this little D&D miniature has come to life. Well, thank you for watching. I got the perfect place on my shelf for this guy. Remember to hit all the buttons that are down there, and you know, just type in a random message or something. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and get out there and, you know, do something creative with your free time. It's you can do this stuff. If I can do this stuff, you can do it. So have fun.